Greetings, my fellow potato wedges. Today, I was looking on the internet and I was thinking, what could I do a decent commentary on? I mean, I'm just into this commentary stuff, and I've never really done an unscripted video myself, and I was thinking, what exactly would be the topic of today's video? So I was looking around, looking for people, looking for things, games, movies, whatever I could possibly get my hands on, and I could record. And then I thought of one special little individual, one little peak of an individual that is on this platform. And by the title of this video, you probably already know who I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of Mr. Flippin' Doodles, Yandere Dev himself. We're gonna go and look at some of this stuff that he's had the balls to actually say. I mean, this man, he's got balls of iron steel. Either that, he's actually stupid. I mean, we'll figure that out. In fact, I'm gonna actually have to split up this entire Yandere Dev, you know, this little video. I gotta split it up into two parts because there's just so much juicy content. So if you enjoy this video, consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers in the span of 1 year, as well as, you know, share with your friends, leave a like, and give me some opinions on how I can improve my videos. Without further ado, let's get into this. So I guess we gotta do a little bit of a quick background to Yandere Dev. So if you've been living under a rock, you know, Yandere Dev is the producer of Yandere Simulator. Now that should ring a bell, because everyone and their brother, rather it be Minecraft community or YouTuber alike, they all played this game because people enjoyed it. They loved getting their hands soaked with the blood cells of their enemies, where they could woo their senpai into falling in love with them. Except you realize is that was probably a very long time ago since that happened. Alright, so quite literally, the last time I saw someone play this was like almost 3 years ago. 3 years it has been since someone has played this game. Now, you might be wondering, for something that's been so popular, you know, why did it fall out of style? Why haven't I heard that much about it? Well, you're about to find out, friends, because it is a turbulent tale, I must add to that. So, this game is a mess, to say the least. I mean, if we're talking about any game that probably has the worst coding, you know, besides, you know, those kid games on TVO Kids. Besides that, it's probably one of the worst coded games I've possibly ever seen. I'm not an expert on coding, but I have definitely taken a couple programming courses to see what is actually crappy and what is not, alright? We'll get to the coding part in a second. First, you need to understand that this game, if I recall correctly, and I'm not sure, you can verify the facts with me below. I tried doing my best to search out everything, but there's just so much. This game took like 6 years, and they still haven't even finished the first rival. I mean, if I want a game where I can woo my senpai, I want to make sure that I can personally destroy one of my fellow enemies. Now, of course, I wouldn't do that in real life, but in the game, I mean, anything goes. So, 6 years pass, not a single rival has gotten into this god-awful game. Like, it is just so damn bad. It takes this long for them to get not even that character in. So you might be asking yourself, like, why has it been so long since Yandere Simulator has actually had a proper update, besides adding something very, very controversial? Alright, very controversial. Here we go. So, part of it has to do with the lovely coding that's involved in it, alright? Now, Yandere Dev doesn't like to admit that he's wrong. I mean, none of us really do. I mean, if I was spending all my time, you know, getting thousands of dollars each month, and I was supposed to be working on a game because that's my single income, and I don't have to do a single other damn thing in my life besides streaming on Twitch and coding a game, you know, it's a tough life, bro. I mean, I understand, I sympathize with this man. I mean, he's the one that's going out on the front lines. He's sitting in his air-conditioned office coding a game about murdering people. So, yeah, coding, very bad. I keep going on tangents, okay, right? I'm unscripted. I'm trying my best here. Alright, so you have this game, alright? You have this game, terrible coding. I'm going to show up a screenshot right now of some of the code. Now, if some of you don't know, I'm going to try and explain this the best that I can. Again, I'm not a proper coder, so I could be wrong. But basically, it has, like, else-if statements per line. Per line, do they have else-if statements? Now, if you don't know in coding, else-if statements is pretty much, you have, it's basically an algorithm where it works like this. It says, if this happens, then this happens. If this doesn't happens, this is what happens. So it's basically like a choice. It has to fit criteria on what the programming is. So the good part about with these is that it's typically used in a lot of standard applications, is that if this doesn't happen, then this happens. It's basic coding. So the problem that he has right here, if I'm gonna bring up the screenshots, because holy crap, is there a lot of them, because they're just, it's everywhere. You search up Yandere Dev on Google, like, holy crap, mate. I actually am trying to go through everything here. Hold on. So basically, he has line by line on this coding of the else-if statement, and done in such a bad way that it just adds more code for the game to process, instead of like making it into a big category, so that if there's so many conditions, it's else-if. I mean, it's just all about cleaning up your code to make it better, to run better. But no, this man's like, you know what, screw all of that. I'm gonna continue doing it my way, the prehistoric dino way of how to code. And in turn, I'm gonna add so many more memory into this game that it cannot run. So in fact, there was a little funny thing that happened, is that there is actually a company called TinyBuild. Perhaps you heard of them. They've made a lot of games. Put them up, William. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of games TinyBuild made. And they actually offered to help Yandere Dev with his code, because it was so bad. It was so bad, it was actually ruining the game. The quality, you would need a very high-end PC to make this whole thing. And if not, your computer would actually crash. It would close the game on itself. There's so much, like, there was just so much memory that this game had. It's not even funny. It was so bad to try and do. So TinyBuild reaches out to Yandere Dev, and they're like, bro, I would like to offer you the best thing that your little ears have heard. Let us help you make this game. Let's recode your game, make it better, get it running. What do you say? So Yandere's like, you know what, this is pretty cool. TinyBuild's a pretty cool place. Let's go ahead and hand over the game to them. So this is what TinyBuild does, that they actually tidy up the code, make it run a lot smoother and everything, and they were going to help him finish the rest of the game. Unfortunately, Yandere Dev's the type of person to say that, well, I'm right, you're wrong, regardless if you're right about something. I'm the person who should be in the right, and therefore, you're a piece of crap. So Yandere Dev doesn't like this, because he can't even read his own, like, this new code, because I guarantee you, if I had to judge his coding reading level, he'd be in freaking phonics in preschool with coding. All right, this man, it doesn't. I'm sorry if Yandere Dev is watching this, because I'm sure he is, and I hope you really get mad about what I'm saying, because I'm speaking the truth, brother, from one coder from another. All right, it's not rocket science to see what bad code this is. And this is not against you as a person. I don't even know if he's watching this or not, but this is not against you as a person. Take this with a grain of salt, is that the entire community is telling you what you could do to improve, but you don't want to hear it. So he makes this whole spaghetti mess of a code, and then he gets mad at TinyBuild, he leaves, and then he continues making his stuff. All right, so really fun times already. Really fun times already. So the coding, automatically, it makes the game practically unusable as it is. But he's just going to keep going, because that's all. So a lot of this stuff has stirred up some anger in the people, you know? I mean, this game was broadcasted 6 years ago, all right? And it was the bee's knees. I mean, everyone and their brother were into it. You look at people were playing the game. They thought it was cool. They thought it was interesting. It was a different game that was on the market. They added into, say, like, a lot of RP-based stuff. You look at Minecraft. You look at Roblox. Even freaking Gary's mod, if you know what I'm saying. So, like, what turned that opposition to good old Yandere Dev? What made people dislike Yandere Dev? And a lot of it is his cockiness. And I'll get to more parts on why people don't like Yandere Dev in episode 2, because there's just so much that I had to put it in a second episode. So a lot of what he has is his cockiness. So he made a video a while back saying why it's taking so long to make good old Osana, you know, the rival. I mean, so apparently in January, it was the final stage of Osana's development, but, you know, they weren't even placed in the game yet, which is funny. Awesome. So a lot of people have been pressuring the man to get the game done, or at least give us a reason on why this game is not done. And he's blaming it on the fans, of all things. Like, that's the one thing that you never do. As rather it be a content creator, rather it be someone who's producing a podcast, a game, a book, a movie. It is the last thing you want to do, to blame the people who are giving your game or your franchise the attention that you want it to, and then blame them for your arrogance. Like, that's the stupidest thing to do. That's like me going into my main channel, The Story Painter. Go subscribe, please. But that's me going into my main channel and taking a month to produce one series, and then I go back and blame it on the fans because the fans are distracting me, and that's why I can't get it done. No, it's actually my laziness, or it's my inability to do so. There's two things that could be happening here. Either he is unable to produce this game, which that could very much be the thing, is that he's just trying to delay the inevitable, that he really just doesn't know how to code this game. And it's incredibly difficult to code such a game because there's so many scenarios, and so he's just pretending that he's really working on it when he doesn't even know how to implement anything, or he's just flat out lazy and doesn't know what to do, so he's gonna blame this on his fans. Of course, the fans are taking a very negative response to this. For a lot of, I would say, the majority. Now, again, don't kill me for this. Don't shoot the messenger, please. Like, I would say that the majority, back in the day, they thought Yandere Simulator was a cool idea, for the main part. I mean, it was a cool game. It was a cool thought of it. But, I mean, I think a lot of us, when we turned, is that, like, how long not only was it taking, but a lot of the cockiness that this man has. I mean, he hasn't produced a single game. Let's be full real. If Yandere Dev is watching this, you haven't produced a single game. Who gives you the right to crap on other people? I mean, like, who gives you the right to crap on other programmers, other YouTubers, who are far more successful than you are? Shouldn't that be a wake-up call saying that there's a problem with me, myself, and my skills? Let's move forward. And if Yandere did that from the beginning, I think it would be a much different scenario. If he said, if he took it instead of like a full-out attack on him as a person, and took it that, well, I need to just try harder, or stuff like that. Let's take example like Scott. Scott, he produced his series, got a bunch of criticism for it, and he just continues to try and make it better. That's what a programmer should do. And let's look at the fan base difference. Everyone likes Scott Cawthon for Five Nights at Freddy's. Everyone hates Yandere Dev. Why is that? Because the reception is the difference. Alright? Like, Yandere Dev, again, blames it on his fans, not himself, not his inability. He wants to think that he's the person that's in the right of this whole thing, when he really isn't. And I perfectly understand, like, the stresses of making a game. Like, I wanted to make my own game, but I'm like, holy, there's so much that you have to do, and I don't think I'm currently in a place in my life to produce such a thing if that I wanted. So, I want to get better at my skills before I go and heave-ho, spend a bunch of money and whatever. And I want to make sure it's done well. So I understand Yandere Dev's, like, where he's coming from. Like, a lot of, well, yes and no. But I understand that there's a lot of stress that has to do with the game. And, like, trying to keep up your community, trying to keep up that hype. Because he had the, oh, what's it called? I'm trying to think of it. There's a thing in advertising. It's like, free advertising or something like that, share or something. And basically, you don't have to promote it or anything. People just promote it for you. So he had all that going for them. So I understand, like, the pressure of it. What I don't get is that the fact that you're blaming people on it. Okay, I gotta go back on track. I keep going on tangents. Listen, and a lot of people are probably like, well, how did he exactly blame his audience for a lot of this? Well, he made a video on his channel, and it was, I don't remember the exact video itself. I'll look for it and I'll send it to my editor so you can put it up. But basically, he was saying because he's getting a lot of emails, that this is the reason on why he has not made this game. I mean, bro, I cannot tell you how many emails I read on a daily basis. I mean, it distracts me from everything. You know, hearing people how much they love my stuff, how much they adore my content, bro, it's just so exhausting. It's their fault that this is the problem. No, Yandere Dev, you're actually just a piece of crap. I mean, sorry if that's against any I don't think it's against any terms, alright, to say someone's a piece of crap. Because, I mean, he said it quite a bit about other people, and since I'm here to make people mad, I think that's how that works, I guess. I don't really know. So, overall, he blames his fans for his negligence on how to make something. I mean, bro, what a power play. I say this a lot. A power play move, Battle Royale style. Bro, that's exactly how you should deal with an audience. Except not, unless you want to get canceled. Now, let's move on to the response over the more present years. The more present times, alright? And a lot of it's going to be in episode 2, but I wanted to discuss this because I've always wanted to roast this dude. It is like the biggest meme. Alright? Yandere Dev, he doesn't even realize it. He doesn't realize the flex that he could have done. The flex that he could have done that he was a trending meme. Let me just say that you take a look at Yandere Dev's face and you don't instantly laugh. Bro, I laugh every time I see his face. I just think of everything. I'm like, bro, if I ever need myself cheering up, I just need to see his face, and I'm filled with joy. So people took his face, they took his image, and they were basically making a bunch of memes out of it. Now, some of them are probably questionable. I can't say that the entire, people against Yandere Dev are innocent, because there's probably been some really nasty things said over the years. Probably. Alright? And I probably guarantee it, in fact. But a lot of the memes that I see are just really dumb. They're just really dumb, but they're hilarious. I mean, I literally saw a video the other day. POV, Yandere Dev takes you on a date. Bro, that is a quality content. I don't know why he gets mad at over this whole thing. But he does. Somehow he takes this as a personal attack against him when it really isn't. When it really isn't a personal attack at all. It's just people being people. I mean, it's just the YouTube community. It's just the internet community for what it is. So, a lot of people, they want to express themselves, alright? So where's the best place to show Yandere Dev these glorious things? The answer is his Yandere Simulator Discord. Now it's been privated for Patreon, which I'll get to that in the next episode, because believe me, I have so much to roast about that. But Yandere Simulator had an open Discord for a while, and it was pretty large community for what it was. But this is where things turn south and why people despise the man. So basically what he's done is that he actually bans people that make a meme about him, that post this image. One of the big things, I'm not going to say the word, but the chalice. Everyone who's known about this meme knows what I'm going to say here. The chalice meme. I'm not going to say the first word of it because I don't want to get demonetized. But the chalice meme was something that people posted all the time. That's like the thing. And he got really mad about it, and he just bans people off his Discord that either post these memes or people that he disagrees with. I don't know. I don't exactly think he knows how a Discord server is actually run. Just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean that they're ban worthy. And if they're breaking like specific rules, if they're trying to be a toxic person, then by all means you have the right for that. But if people are just posting memes about you, what's the problem? Bro, I would love people to meme my face. To either meme my face, my channel, anything. Bro, that's my dream. It's what I live for. Bro, becoming a meme, it's my dream job, bro. Like, oh, the days of which I hope I get to be a meme. Guys, please, if you're watching this channel, please meme the crap out of me. If I say something stupid, I want you guys to crap on me, alright? That's the goal of this channel. So the fact that Yandere Dev has all of this at his fingertips, yet he still gets mad about it. He still doesn't like it. Why is this the case? Because guess what? It's Yandere Dev. That's the only explanation that he has. He bans people that he has disagreements with. In fact, I'm going to send a couple screenshots to my editor. Put them up now, William. Thank you. Of just him being so incredibly toxic. So incredibly toxic to his people. It's mind-blowing. It's so mind-blowing. These people took the time out of their days to join your Discord to support you. Some of them to support, some of them just to troll. And you say these things. Oh my gosh, it's just mind-blowing. Because if you said this as a content creator, you just get canceled just like that. But somehow this man gets a free pass to do so. Now, I'm not witch hunting people. Trust me when I say I don't witch hunt people. But I think it's really damn funny when this guy does this stuff. I mean, Yandere Dev, let's be honest. Let's just laugh it up. Yandere Dev's a joke. He's a washout. He's just a washed out individual. And I hope, please tell me this man is watching this video. Alright, Yandere Dev, listen, I'm not trying to start beef between you and I, but this is actually stupid. In fact, the fact that you also, I'll get to this in the next episode, the fact that you also copy strike YouTubers for saying anything against you is mad funny, bro. It's mad funny. The fact that you are so upset about your game, the fact that you're so upset about your game that you'll copy strike people that have anything to do against your game. How about instead of taking the criticism in a negative way, take it as a positive way and, you know, apply it to your game? Because the sad part is that with every content creator, with every game developer, no matter what it is, they take criticism. They have to build on it. They have to build on their mistakes and become more. It's the part of growing up, bro. I don't know exactly what fetal position that you're currently in your life, but please, man up. Grow the balls that you deserve, alright? Grow the balls, man. Hashtag grow the balls on Yandere Dev. Can we please have that trending on Twitter? But I thank you all so much for watching this video. This is part 1 of the Yandere Dev little tangent that I have, alright? If you enjoyed, please leave a big thumbs up, subscribe, consume the chalice, bros. Listen, we've got a certain amount of time before this channel just crumbles to dust. Alright, such a limited time. If we don't hit 100,000 subscribers, bro, it's over. Oh, it's so over. I need you guys to hit that subscribe button right now. And again, if you have any suggestions on how to improve my videos, please tell me in the comment section. Like, I'm open to that stuff. Alright, I've never done commentary videos in my entire life. So if you have any opinions, anything like that, any topics I should touch on, please put them in the comment section, share with your friends. In the meantime, guys, look forward to that second episode of Yandere Dev, because boy, ooh, is it gonna be a spicy one. In the meantime, continue being an epic channel king, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.